From confusion and pain to receiving a diagnosis, and finding community support. From your lowest point to rising up and taking action. Crohn's and Colitis Canada. We're here for you every step of the way.
November is Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Month here in Canada, and Canada as a country has one of the highest rates of this disease. Today we have the pleasure of a chat with the famous Canadian dancer and actress Alexandra Chaves. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Alexandra, I said dancer and actress because dancing was your first passion.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's why I have such an awareness and appreciation for my body and all that it can do. And this collaboration with Crohn's Colitis Canada is very important to me.
Can I ask you about your involvement with Crohn's and colitis?
Yes, so I am fairly new to my work with Crohn's and Colitis Canada and new to sharing my journey. I was diagnosed with colitis about 4 or 5 years ago, and that journey was really challenging because I had so many undiagnosed symptoms for so many years, and to finally have that answer was really great, but that was just the start of treatment. And especially as a dancer and actor, I rely on my body. So when it's not able to perform its best, that was a real challenge for me. But now I have this platform on social media, and so I'm here to spread awareness and to amplify the Crohn's and Colitis Canada message and the work that they're doing to support IBD patients and their families.
Why do you think some people are shy about having this disease?
There's a lot of challenges surrounding colitis and Crohn's. So for example, I have to run to the washroom sometimes, or I have to cancel events last minute because of this uncertainty surrounding my symptoms and when they might act up. So I think a lot of the work that Crohn's and Colitis Canada is doing and the work that I am supporting is about breaking the stigma and just allowing those patients to feel support and comfort to talk about their stories, and so that other people can support them. What was really crucial to my journey was being able to talk to my family and friends about my disease, and then as a result they were able to ask, like, how can I best support you? And that was really comforting, especially during the most difficult times of my disease. So I think that's really important, especially with this month, to be able to ask questions and talk openly about Crohn's and colitis, because so many people deal with it.
Yeah, why do you think this November, this month, this special month is so important for the whole community?
Well, the entire community. Crohn's and colitis affects so many people in Canada. Like you said, the number is growing in terms of diagnoses. I think the stat that just recently came out with Crohn's and Colitis Canada and their work is that every 48 minutes a new Canadian is diagnosed with Crohn's or colitis. So this is something that is impacting everyone. If you don't have it, a family member or friend might have it, or you know someone and they just haven't spoken out yet and told you, but they're dealing with it in private. So this is something that affects everyone, and with this growing number, it's really important to talk about it and make sure that we're putting the resources we need to hopefully eventually find a cure, and in the meantime support people.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
How do you overcome that impact with the disease?
Honestly, it's still something that I am dealing with. For me, the uncertainty of it is really difficult because this is a chronic illness, right? So it's not linear. It's something that I'm going to be dealing with for the rest of my life until there is a cure. And treatment is great right now, but I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or what might trigger my disease. So that is something that I'm still navigating. And I also wish I could tell people that Crohn's and colitis is different for every single person. My sister also has colitis, and her lifestyle changes, diet changes, treatment is very different than mine. So I think I want people to understand that it looks different for everyone, the symptoms and the treatment. And that's something that for me, I am working on accepting in myself, that this is going to be ongoing and that treatment is going to look different.
I'm sure that you have a very special message for those who are watching now. They might have the disease, or they might know somebody with this disease.
Yeah, so first I want to point out that not only are there physical symptoms, but also the mental toll that this disease takes on all the patients, or for me personally, has been a real challenge. So the mental health impacts of this disease are also really important. It's something that I want to talk about too. I want patients to know that they are not alone in this. And although it looks different and you feel isolated, there is support. And I'm really grateful for Crohn's and Colitis Canada, because during my most difficult times, when I was about to go to emerge, or when I had just come out of the hospital, I reached out to their peer support program, their virtual group calls. There is a community there for you. You are not alone, and we can talk about this, and I think that's really important for me throughout my journey. So I'm here for you. Crohn's and Colitis Canada is here for you, and I just want you to know that there is hope. There is work being put into this. Something that was really comforting for me was to actually look at the research on the Crohn's and Colitis page and see what sort of developments are happening for the cures, for the treatments. That gives me hope and assurance that even if I'm feeling unwell right now, in the future, there is opportunity for a better life and better quality of life.
Alexandra Chaves, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.